Ridgeline High School Sports is a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Castelite, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, El Salvador Los Primos, DD Auto Salvage, Advanced Integrated Systems, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson Company, New Horizons Beauty College, and CashValleyDaily.com. Now, it's time for the Ridgeline Riverhawks on 104.5 The Ranch.
Well, we got a different set of lights on tonight, folks. We are Friday night at Ridgeline High School. Normally, you'd see the football lights on. Not this time of year. Here in the spring, finally getting some decent enough weather where we can see some high school baseball. Hi, everyone. I'm Dave Simmons, joined here by the Patriot, Nick Zollinger, and we are live at Ridgeline High for the nightcap as Ridgeline High School is getting set to take on Skyview High. And the first game of the two here was won in not dramatic fashion, actually. What's the opposite of that? Almost easily?
Boring?
Maybe. Ridgeline won that one 10-0 on a really, really nice performance by Bodie Hansen. Bodie pitched that ball game 6 innings, only gave up 2 hits, struck out 9 Bobcats, and that was more than enough, obviously, that he needed. His team was able to put 10 on the board. Box score shows Easton Dahlke and Max Bearwood doubles. Cam Blotter had a triple. Home runs by Cooper Clark and Trey Purser both had dingers.
Oh, the freshman with a dinger
got one,
too.
Yep.
That's his second of the season, I believe.
Yep. And so, yeah, getting a lot of offense. 14 total hits from the Riverhawks, 10 RBIs in that one. And again, as I mentioned, Skyview only able to muster the 2 hits. On the season, Ridgeline is now, I think, correct me if I'm wrong if you know differently, that Ridgeline's now 5-6 on the season?
That would be correct, yeah. They've lost some games to some teams down south early in the season. They lost 2 of the 3 games in their first region series against Mountain Crest. They were able to get one out there at Mountain Crest, I think 9-8.
Well, I got them here. Let's just kind of go from the beginning.
Go ahead. Yeah.
As we mentioned, they've been able to go south and get a couple of games in, but as we all know,
it's been hard to play ball.
Yeah, as we all know, it's been hard to play ball around here. But for the most part, this field in particular has been as playable as any of them. They've done an excellent job here getting this field ready. I just talked to an administrator at Skyview, and I said, is Skyview field even playable? And he doesn't think so right now. They did get a game in at Green Canyon, apparently, and obviously they were at Mountain Crest earlier this week. But Ridgeline did play against Cottonwood and won that ball game to start the season 9-1. Lost to Springville 11-1. Beat Cedar 8-6. Lost to Snow Canyon 4-7. Beat Provo 7-4. Lost to Sky Ridge 4-18, and I think that one was here, if I'm not mistaken. And Stansbury beat Ridgeline 2-10.
Or is that 10-2?
Well, Ridgeline lost. They were the first team. I like saying the bigger number first, too, but when you're talking the home
team,
I
don't know.
Who knows? These other ones don't say who they were playing. MC, okay.
Yeah, so that's the
it says Go MC Baseball.
Yeah.
Lost that one 5-1. Lost to Mountain Crest again beat Mountain Crest 8-7, and then lost 12-9.
And in that 12-9 loss to Mountain Crest, they played well enough. They actually out-hit Mountain Crest in that game, 12-10, if I remember right. And they made 5 errors. Gave up 8 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. So I think they went into the 6th inning tied 4-4 against Mountain Crest in the last game of that series. They gave up 8 runs in the bottom of that inning on very few hits. A lot of errors made. 5 errors total in the game. They out-hit Mountain Crest, and then they come away with the loss, giving up 8 runs, going down 12-4, and they battled back to score 5 in the top of the 7th, but it just wasn't enough. You make that many errors against any team in high school
baseball. They made
baseball,
5 errors?
They can be 5 errors.
Yeah, that's obviously way too many.
5 errors to Mountain Crest 1 in that game. And
it's a big difference.
Played well enough, hit the ball well enough to win the game, just didn't execute defensively. well enough to give them a chance to win, and had one bad inning that I talked to assistant coach Jed Jensen. He just felt like everything went against him. All the bounces, that field out there, from what I heard, I didn't get to watch those games, but I heard that field out there early
it's going to look pretty rough.
It's pretty bouncy out there. There's a couple of bad hops went against them, couple of tough calls on some full count pitch counts.
Look, I'm going to sound like an old man right now. Back when I played at Mountain Crest, that infield was brutal. I mean, poor Corey Kohler came out of that play. We all did, which is bruises all over our chests. You got to get in front of it, but that's going to take a crazy hop, and
it's taking a bad hop, and it's just catching you in the chin.
That was before they did all the remodel out there, it's a beautiful facility now. But back then, man, we were taking the lips on the infield coming out of the grass into the dirt were just enormous, and it was rough. This is as beautiful as it gets.
This field here has been put together so well. The turf around the base lines, and then up the foul lines to the fence. That turf looks so beautiful. And then, like you say, Dave, I mean, looking at the turf, is there much of a difference between the turf and the grass?
From a lip perspective?
Oh, no, I mean just from a beauty and quality perspective.
No, they've done a pretty good job.
It's just good. I mean, that grass looks like it hasn't had snow on it for the last 16 months.
Yeah, and yesterday, early morning, it had some snow on it.
Do you know they played here?
Yesterday afternoon?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is the morning you're like, oh my gosh, you can't do anything. And then by the afternoon, I remember after even lunch hour, I thought, it's a completely different day. Hey, just to give you some information stat-wise on these Riverhawks, leading man average-wise is Easton Dahlke. He's hitting 429 on the season.
In the last two games of the Mount Crest Series, he was 7 for 8.
Whoa.
Yeah. The one disappointing thing about that was he didn't have a ton of RBIs, so there wasn't guys on base, and he hits about in that 5, 6, so usually in the 5 spot for these Riverhawks. So not a lot of runners on base for him to drive in or opportunities to get some RBIs there. But, yeah, 7 for 8. And then to start this game against Skyview, he was 2 for 2. And I think he struck out in his last 2 at-bats. So he's been a tough out for the opposing team as of late.
The RBI man is Trey Purser on the season. He's got 18. The next closest is Cooper Clark with 9. Bodie Hansen's got 8. So Trey Purser really doing a good job. And he also leads the team in home runs. He's got 7 dingers on the season. So
next closest is Cooper Clark, the freshman, at 2, and then no one else has any.
Yeah. So he is the threat in the lineup, and we'll see. We'll be able to watch him a little bit. Do we know? I wonder if I can go back here and see if I can get the roster as far as what we're doing.
Look them up.
Position-wise, we're going to see here in just a moment. As it looks to me like Ridgeline is just about ready to take the field as the home team. Skyview will hit first. So let's take a quick break and come back for the first pitch in just a moment.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremonton is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AISAV.com.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
Is there one long? Yeah. Riverhawks are taking the field now, and we're just kind of looking down through the Skyview season. On the season, they are 3-7, and apparently we've got a tie in there somewhere.
It looks like a game they just hadn't played against Skyview. Maybe they started to score it. No runs were scored, a 0-0 tie. I think this game probably got canceled.
Okay. Easton Hammond. Is that right? Number
freshman.
6. Freshman's going to start on the mound for Ridgeline.
That's the thing. That's one thing. Just to, I guess, sum up the Ridgeline team, they are young, Dave. They have a lot of young players out there, freshmen juniors, sophomores, and some freshmen even playing for this varsity squad.
Easton Dahlke's a senior.
Senior. They have two, Max Bear and Easton
Dahlke. Just the two on that roster.
Yeah, so very young squad here for the Riverhawks. But, yeah, go back to Skyview.
Skyview was able to beat Mountain View at Mountain View 10-4, beat East 12-1 at East, lost to Richfield 7-1. At Providence Hall, they were able to beat them 16-3. Lost to Cedar Valley 11-5. Lost to Westlake 17-3. Lost to Green Canyon 8-4. Lost again to Green Canyon 9-3. Lost again to Green Canyon 13-0. I wonder if Green Canyon might be a team to beat.
Well,
and then lost this last ball game 10-0.
I think you're going to have some pretty good series between Bear River. Mount Crest and Ridgeline obviously just finished their series up, and that was a pretty tight series. Could have went either way for those two teams. Mountain Crest was able to get that series 2-1 up on Ridgeline. But Bear River, Mountain Crest, Ridgeline, and Green Canyon are going to have some pretty tough series. I think this Skyview team under Ryan Neal they've struggled a little bit, but they're going to see what they can do here against the freshman Easton Hammond.
Well, they don't have a lot of lefties on this squad, and so if they're looking for just to mix it up a little bit, he would be a decent one to go to just because he's lefty. And do they have anybody else?
They have two of them. Nate Dowley, the quarterback.
I forget that Nate's a lefty.
Yeah, another freshman. So two freshman left-handers, and I think that's it in the bullpen for Coach Jensen.
Leading off for the Bobcats is Bryce Larson. He takes first pitch up. So first pitch of the nightcap here is a ball out of Easton Hammond. And number 5, Bryce Larson, digs in. The 1-0 pitch is also same exact spot, 2-0 now. Lefty working out of the stretch. Nobody on base, but works out of the stretch. There's the delivery, and it's right down the gut. 2-1, the count to Larson. So this should, Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but I should be able to start seeing.
Yep.
Game stream.
That's the.
Gotcha. Foul ball went straight back to the backstop, which, by the way, I still can't get over how awesome this backstop is.
Yeah, low-profile backstop with the nice red brick underneath the kind of
the netting,
silver topper. Yeah, with that thin netting that doesn't obstruct your view at all.
No, it is unbelievable. Down low on the 2-2 pitch, runs this one to full. Easton Hammond trying not to let the leadoff hitter get on base.
Yeah, you never want to sacrifice a free base right out of the gate.
That one going to ring him up.
Oh, boy.
It looked a little down, at least from Larson's perspective, but they're going to ring him up on a strike called strike 3. Yeah. So Larson going down for the first out.
It's one of those pitches that's just too close to let go, right?
Yes, on a full count like that, you just got to fight it off and live to see another one.
Yeah, get to see another pitch. In that time, Larson lets the umpire decide, and he sits him down with a backwards K to start the game for Easton Hammond.
Tyker Neal now in for the Bobcats, taking first pitch inside corner. Got it.
Yeah, he likes it. I mean, it appears that I heard one of the Skyview coaches say, leave that down. Looks like a little bit of a lower strike zone here for this umpire.
Yep, that one was just right down the gut, and he swung right through it.
Yeah, and as a pitcher, you can just live down there, right, Dave?
Right. Oh, yeah. If he's going to call that for you, stay there.
Shins. Yep.
Stay there. 0-2.
Throw a whole bunch of ground balls.
This one, Hammond working ahead. 0-2 pitch to Neal. Up high a bit. Good spot, though. That's a hard one to catch up to when it's a high heat like that, but Neal's got to fight it off and does. That one goes straight to the backstop. Count stays 0-2. I believe Neal plays shortstop for the Bobcats. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Missed in. That's a good pitch, though. And you stay around. We talked about this on Monday. The softball game, you're working ahead so much on 0-2. Just do things to keep the the hitter off balance. See if you can get him to chase. This one in a little further on a fastball, so now the count moves to 2-2.
Yeah, and as a lefty, if you can get that ball running in on the hands of this right-handed hitter and get it as an inside strike call.
Neal is on the plate. Look at that.
His
left foot is on top of that, right on the base. High bouncer to Hayden Hansen. That's short.
That's Cam.
Oh, that's Cam?
Yep. That's Cam Blotter.
Cam
Looks
Blotter.
like Hayden's playing second.
Okay. That doesn't surprise me. Those two up the middle, that sounds good to me.
Yep.
Good play by Cam Blotter coming across the middle to make it on a nice bounce play. Their hair looks the same. Am I wrong, boys?
Yeah, Hayden's taller.
The flow's coming out of the back of the hat a little.
Yeah, Hayden's probably got 6 inches on Cam. Maybe 4.
From here, they all look about an inch. 2 outs.
That was not an insult to Cam Blotter.
No, it wasn't an insult to anybody.
No.
I'm just a long ways away.
No, I'm saying the height thing.
McPhee is number 4 stepping in as the third hitter.
Who do we got over there on first base? Is that Romy? Yeah, that looks like Romy on first. So you got, here's our positions. Yeah, I got Ian Dally. He's out and right.
1-1 is the count to Aiden McPhee.
Bodie's going to be
third
your
hitter.
DH. Cooper Clark in center and Max Barron left. Defense for the Riverhawks.
Here comes the 1-1.
Woo!
Good pitch. Got him to get out in front of that one just a little bit.
I'd say a freshman throws that by him. That wasn't off speed, was it? That was just fastball.
I glanced down and then glanced back up, so I only saw the last quarter of it.
Wow.
So I can't tell you. I was looking at the count. 1-2. Delivery just out. 2-2 count now. Easton Dahlke behind the plate for the Riverhawks.
Yeah, I forgot.
A couple Eastons working the
there.
Battery here for
Easton.
Ridgeline.
That's a baseball player's name, isn't it?
It absolutely is. Good
Ooh,
big breaking ball,
beautiful.
striking out the side, and Ridgeline will come up to bat with no runners on base in the top half of the first for Skyview. Ridgeline will come back with their 1, 2, and 3. We'll bring that back to you in just a moment.
If you want a natural stone look on your home without the expense, think Coldwater Stone in Tremonton or Castolite in Logan and see how they take some of the most beautiful resources the earth has to offer, then shapes and blends them to create your dream home. Online at coldwaterstone.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business, too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
What?
Ridgeline able to get Skyview 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the first. I mentioned when Tatum Neal was up to bat that I thought he played shortstop, and I think he does, but he's actually going to start on the mound in this ball game for Skyview. So Tatum Neal is number 3, and Cam Carling will be behind the plate. Number 26 is the battery for Skyview.
It's like you got Tucker Murdoch over there on. Can't hear me? How's that?
I think it's this. You can.
Now you can hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, all right.
Learn something new every day with these highfalutin technologies.
Seth Chambers looks like he's going to start at shortstop for the Bobcats. Number 1, that's Fisher. How do you say that first name? Destry?
Number 1, Destry Fisher.
Destry Fisher. He's going to start at second. Number 5, that's Larson, isn't it? No, Lofthouse. CJ Lofthouse.
Bryce Larson.
Yeah, Bryce Larson. Bryce Larson's going to start at third. Can't tell from the outfield. Number 4 out there for Skyview. That's Aiden McPhee. He's in right. Can't tell who's in left and center right now. Cam Blotter's going to lead off for the Riverhawks.
Cam steps in. Looking at the 0-0 pitch here. That's a good one. Off-speed pitch. Got it on the inside half. Cam Blotter on the season, hitting .286. That one's hit pretty deep, but tracked down by number 6 out there, Brighton Williams. Good play by Brighton, as that ball was hit awfully hard.
A nice play by Brighton as Cam really turned on one, got it into left field. But Brighton Williams gets a good jump on it and tracks it down for the first out of the game for the Bobcats.
Ian Daly hitting in the 2 spot. He is averaging .304 on the season. On base percentage of .448. Ian steps in. 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch is down. So Ian gets ahead. 1-0. On deck is Trey Purser. My guess, I could be wrong, my guess is Easton Daly after him. Good off-speed pitch that time by Neal. Gets Ian out on the front side, and he holds it off. What did I say?
Daly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dalkey.
Yeah, Dalkey.
Easton Dalkey would be after Trey. Ian Daly fouls off the 1-1 pitch.
What kind of shades has Trey got on there? What's he got going on? A baklava? He's got a white baklava on? You know what that is, don't you? The thing that's on his head.
Well, do you know the baklava is?
Sorry, you know, it's a baklava.
Okay, because baklava is
like a dessert.
Is a dessert.
Yeah, I had some in Mexico.
It's a Turkish delight, is what it really is.
Is it really?
Yeah,
it's a turkey.
It's a Turkish Greek. It's actually a Greek delight.
I had baklava on my mind because it was so good, but that's called a balaclava. Sorry.
Okay, well, it's going to be okay. Ian got a lot of that one. That one is going to get over Williams, and Ian's motoring around first, going to be a stand-up double for Ian Daly. Good rip.
Yeah, that was
Ian.
Short hop the fence, Dave. That was over Brighton Williams' head in a hurry.
And on the bright side, besides that, you've got Trey Purser coming up with ducks on the pond.
Well, I watched Neal warm up, and it was a lot of breaking balls from what I could see. So he might not have an overpowering fastball, so he's got to try to fool you with breaking ball. And that time, Ian Daly just stayed with it, got out in front of it, and hammered it over the left fielder's head for a stand-up double. With 1 out here, Trey Purser ducks on and a chance to drive in the first run of this ball game for the Riverhawks.
Ian takes a lead. Neal looks over, and now another off-speed pitch. It's probably the way I would pitch Trey Purser, is just try to stay as off-speed as I can. And if I'm going to bring something fastball-wise, I'm staying out of the wheelhouse. I mean, he will make you pay if you put it right in his sweet spot. So I'd stay away from him with fastballs for the most part.
Who'd you say this was behind the dish?
Oh, well, I can't be remembering everybody.
I think it's Cam
26.
Carlin.
That's what I said.
Okay. I couldn't remember saying that. He runs out and talks to Neal as he might have got some signs crossed up there on the curveball to start the at-bat for Trey Purser.
A 1 pitch coming to Purser. That one outside just a hair.
Unless they get ahead 0-1 and he evens it back up with the ball outside.
It's Bodie Hansen hitting in the
and then Easton's
fourth spot.
Easton's going to hit in the 5-hole. I think that's about how they've had it on and off pretty much for the whole year.
It doesn't surprise me. That seems good to me too. Trey Purser fouls one. Looked like it might have even gone off his foot.
Ian Daly has kind of been up and down the lineup. You've had a couple of different kids there in that 2 spot. I think Hayden Hansen's probably hit in there.
Let's see. Trey Purser on the season hitting .394. As we mentioned earlier, leading the team in RBIs and home runs by a substantial margin. Trey also on the plate quite a bit. That pitch comes in and gets him. Good pitch by Neal. Able to get Trey swinging another off-speed pitch. And that's 2 outs. And coming up with the 2 outs is Bodie Hansen. Still Ian Daly out on second base. Baklava needs to be warm, if you ask me.
Oh, to have
it's a cold dessert, and every time they'd feed it to me, I'm like, it should be warmed up.
Why isn't this heated up?
Yeah.
Huh?
Why aren't we warming
with
that
a little
up?
Ice cream on top.
That's what I'm talking about. Then it's palatable. But if you're going to give me cold syrup, I'm out.
It's very flaky.
It is very flaky. It's a pastry.
Ooh.
Good pitch.
Another at-bat starting with an off-speed pitch there by Neal.
Going to need a little bit of discipline here to stay back and wait on those off-speed pitches. And Neal steps off the rubber, and he actually calls for Carling to come up and chat for a minute.
I think they're having a hard time with their science here and what's going on with
Let me ask you this.
Okay, go ahead.
If somebody gave you a cold pancake with cold syrup on it, you want it? No, it's disgusting. It's the same thing as baklava.
I don't know.
Warm it up. I don't know why we don't warm it up.
Is that a rhetorical question? I'm not sure what you wanted from me there.
I was thinking anyone in his right mind would say no.
Oh.
That one up high?
Yeah, just turn and wear that one, Bodie.
Well, they would have worn it in the back of the head.
Well, that's fine. It ain't going to hurt you. You got a helmet on.
Hey, you'd concuss.
You never duck out of a pitch, Dave. You just turn away.
No, I'm ducking out of that pitch.
Nope.
No problem. 1-1 to Bodie.
Oh.
He pops it up. That's going to say popped up on the infield. And it's going to be handled by the shortstop. Caught, and Skyview escapes with Ian Dowley on second base there.
He had his hood on.
Who did?
Shortstop.
Well, it's chilly.
Well, you just don't usually see them wearing their hoods while they're playing.
0-0 at the end of the first inning. We'll come back for the top of the second. Easton Hammond headed back out to the mound for the Riverhawks. We'll be right back.
Design t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
Every day's a fiesta at El Salvador Los Primos Restaurant. All the excitement that you'd expect from the best Mexican Salvadorian cuisine. Try their authentic pupusas, street tacos, and more. Visit now and get the student special. Buy one burrito, get one for free. View their entire menu online at ElSalvadorLosPrimos.com.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
RPMs raise your BPMs. Then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Intro music is, it's not it. I don't know what we've done. No, that's going to blow my ears out. Easton Hammond on the well, there it is right there.
Okay.
There it is. First pitch from Easton is up high. He's facing Tucker Murdoch. Still not through the first. The only actually first three batters was 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the first.
Whoa.
So he's going to take a look at 4, 5, and 6. That ball just a bit upstairs, as the old Bob Bucher used to say.
That one got away from the freshman as he sails that over the outstretched arms of his catcher, Easton Dahlke.
Easton would have needed 3 outstretched arms on that one. 2-0 pitch is in. Oh, hey, I don't know. Maybe I don't have a good angle, but they called a strike on that one.
How?
I don't know. Bat took out his knee.
He must, if you're on the plate, but it still wasn't. It wasn't received very well from Easton Dahlke, so I don't know. I'm not sure how he called that one a strike, but he did.
Let's just call it a gift. 2-1. Well, he had to go after that one, swung through it. That's the same spot, looked like to me. 2-2. Easton, as I mentioned earlier, southpaw on the bump this evening in the nightcap. Ridgeline won the first ball game 10-0. Here comes the 2-2. And he has to chase it. Good dig by Dahlke. And that's a strikeout for Hammond. After going down 2-0, was able to fight back and get the strikeout on Tucker Murdoch. Now batting for Skyview is number 2, Cade Sunderland.
Now batting number 2, Cade Sunderland.
Got some sweet cleats on.
Yeah, he does.
Ooh.
Off-speed pitch was a curveball. Looked a little up, but they gave it to him. 0-1. I'm afraid my zone's a little tight right now.
Tighter than this guy's.
Yeah. He's called some stuff, but then that one to me from here looked pretty good.
He loves it down and in, it seems like.
1-1.
But like you say, the first pitch in this at-bat looked a little up.
Yeah, that one was good. Outside half. 1-2.
Swung through by Sunderland.
Sunderland steps in. He's right in there on the plate too. There's a delivery from Hammond, off-speed pitch. Good job by Sunderland to just fight it off. That one fouled down the right side. That coach was not going to take his hands out of those pockets to try to make a play.
No, he's cold over there.
Yeah, I
He's
understand.
Freezing cold.
Baseball in cold weather is tricky.
It's so handsy.
Mm-hmm.
You use your hands in everything you do, and when those hands get cold.
Good dig at first base. Is that Romy?
Yes, that is.
Good play by Romy at first base. Romy Jensen, and he steps on his own bag and zips it around the horn. 2 outs. There's the number 6 hitter coming up for Skyview. That's number 26, the catcher, Cam Carling. So 5 up, 5 down so far for Easton Hammond. The freshman doing an excellent job on the mound. Carling digs in. First pitch is hit hard to dead center. Coming forward is Clark, and he's right on it. That was right at him. He just had to come forward about 5 or 6 steps, and he got it. So 3 up, 3 down again for Easton Hammond. And that gets Ridgeline out of the top half of the second. We'll come back for the bottom half in just a moment.
A beautiful career in the beauty industry. New Horizons Beauty College is happy to be helping you take a step forward in a new career and your new look. New Horizons Beauty College, moving forward with beauty. Now accepting new clients. Call 435-753-9779.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Tell you what, folks, it's not every day your cohort on the radio is working on a street taco during the between innings. What do you got on that? A little pork? You don't even know,
pork.
huh?
I think it's a little pork. My red hot smoking wife brought
up a mystery meat quesadilla.
Taco.
You fold a quesadilla enough, it becomes a taco. Pretty sure of it. We've been making.
You gotta melt it together with cheese, though. That's the number one requirement.
Roll it up.
No.
All I know is it's all the same ingredients.
Quesadilla has to have cheese in it.
So does a taco, in my mind. Look,
No
we've been
way.
making them at home lately, and Griffey and I have been we call them cheesy, beefy melties.
You put them in the tub, let them float around, and eat them from there.
Hey, if you do it quick enough. Oh boy, you just looking forward to something after the ball game tonight. Maybe like a nice, good bowl of Lucky Charms.
Yeah, what are we gonna eat tonight after?
What is that? Just a pre-dinner taco?
A little light snack.
Feeling snacky again?
Yep.
Hey, you can't beat a little Milli Vanilli between innings.
Why not?
Is this what Easton? Is this what Easton Dalkey chose as his walk-up? How does he even know Milli Vanilli? He must have parents from the same generation as us. I remember mowing the lawn to Milli Vanilli. That or Bobby Brown. Hey, it was my prerogative, all right? See what I did there?
Yes, I did.
Off-speed pitch from Neal to Easton Dalkey to start the first half.
I want to say that's 3 or
second.
4 of these first 5 batters. It might even be 5 for 5. I wasn't paying attention when Cam Blotter and Ian Dowley were up, but that's another off-speed pitch to start the at-bat. Oh, and another one.
So he's got him down 0-2. Easton Dalkey working against off-speed pitches.
So, I mean, it's an adjustment you got to make if you're Ridgeline right now. You're looking off-speed, curveball, first pitch out of Neal, probably 90% of the time here to start this game.
I never love hacking at an off-speed first pitch.
Don't you?
No.
Not even if you're looking for it, huh?
I don't. I'd rather wait. He's going to give you one fastball, right?
Is he?
He would
if
think.
He throws it for a strike and then does it again and then
Next thing you know, you're in trouble, and then you're on roller skates. Dalkey hitting 429 on the season. This pitch is able to turn on. That looks fair. Oh.
Did he call that foul?
Foul ball. That's what he called.
Who's over there? Is that Jed? Is that Coach Jed Jensen coaching third base right now?
Yep.
He's not in his box. That's the problem. He needs to get in the coach's box.
So if he was in the coach's box, you're saying the umpire would have said fair ball?
No, I'm just saying it's a problem that he's not in the coach's box.
He doesn't seem too worried about it.
No, he's not. He's chatting with the third baseman over there.
Dahlke down 1-2. Neal with the delivery. Fastball down.
Good pitch.
We've seen this umpire call him right around in that spot. 2-2 though. I'm guessing off speed.
Curveball?
Yep, there it is. It's up. Full count. Now he's got to bring it, right?
I don't
See
know.
how confident he is in that off speed pitch.
You start the at-bats with curveballs, you're probably willing to throw it 3-2.
Let's see what he does here. He does throw it 3-2, and he walks him. Maybe it's just like a straight change, like a circle change of some kind.
Yeah, I don't know.
That didn't have a ton of break on it, but it did have less velocity.
It's definitely some off-speed pitch version of I think it's his curveball. You start that at-bat up 0-2 on Easton Dahlke, the best hitter in this, the leading average guy in this River Hawks lineup, and then you throw 2 balls, a foul ball, and then 2 more balls, and you walk him, put him on base, and the speed-up runner comes in. That's
back.
Hayden Jensen. Sophomore, I believe.
Cooper
Junior?
Clark hitting 375 on the season. And he steps in with a man on first base. Waits. He had a good hack at that one, though.
If that's the pitch you're looking for on an 0-0 count and you get it, you might as well take a mighty hack at it.
And he did.
But if you're looking fastball and you get off-speed, Dave, that's the pitch you don't want to swing at. But Neal has been committed to throwing that off-speed pitch, first pitch to these Ridgeline batters to start this ball game.
Did you know that it's so ingrained in me at this point, I still want to yell back when a guy tries to make a pickoff move? I did on the first one, and now I got to think, I'm not playing. You know, I'm not even in the dugout, nor am I coaching. So I'm going to have to let the team do that. As Jensen gets his lead, he's going. Didn't have a great jump, but he gets in there. The throw just a hair high, and Jensen gets a stolen base.
Yeah, that one's probably on the pitcher. I actually thought Hayden Jensen got a pretty good jump and a slow delivery to the plate by Neal. I didn't see if it was an off-speed, but it was a straight take by Cooper Clark, and Jensen gets to second base and in scoring position.
And see if Clark can bring him in. That one he's just fought off. He looked a little fooled on that one to me.
Yeah, that's one you probably want to leave up. Curveball up in your eyes, and you go chase it and foul it off.
0-2, though. He's hanging in there. I think that was an 0-2 pitch, so he's just fighting it away.
He took strike 2 on the steal by Hayden Jensen.
So it's a good piece of hitting there to just hang in just in case.
He's just fighting that baby off, huh?
Yep. Max Bear on deck.
God, he's big for a freshman.
They got a couple big freshman dudes. That pitch is hit hard to left center and back to the wall. It's going to bounce at the warning track. It's going to score Hayden Jensen, and Clark going to be at second base with a double.
Yeah, Cooper Clark turns on looks like another off-speed pitch from Neal, and he hammers it into the left center gap for an easy, would have been stand-up double. He decides to slide into second and scores the run. Hayden Jensen to put the first runs on the board. My daughter the other day, was it you or was it Sydney that said points in baseball? It was Sydney.
It makes me cringe.
My daughter said, I just said points right there.
I zoned you out for a few seconds there.
Runs of the game for the Riverhawks. But Sydney said points referring to the baseball game.
Did you correct her?
Sydney? Oh, did I ever? I lectured her for about a good 5 minutes.
You want to know why I lost focus right there for a second? As Max Bear steps in? Looking at Coach Ogg walking back to the dugout, when he's got a hoodie on with this uniform, you kind of need that top half with this uniform. Otherwise, you look like you're wearing pajama pants.
I can see that. Yeah,
you got to see the whole uniform, and it looks okay.
The pins
but if you're just going to wear a jacket with the pants underneath, you look like you're wearing your pajamas.
You cannot wear a solid top with dark pinstriped bottoms. You can't do it.
Nope.
It's pajama pants, jail pants, whatever you want to call it. Looks terrible.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to go talk to Ogg.
The pennies got to match. Well, when it's 25 degrees outside, you don't care
matter.
what you look like.
Get your muck-mucks on and live
You could look like a circus clown. And
ground ball to short, stop by Max Bear. Good play made from short to first, so Max Bear will ground out, but he does move the runner.
Yeah, I was going to say, a little aggressive play there by Cooper Clark because he took off on the hit, and that ground ball was out in front of him. The shortstop there for Skyview easily probably could have got the out at third, but he elects to get it across the diamond and throws Max Bear out at first. Hayden Hansen with an RBI opportunity up with 1 out here in the bottom of the second for the Riverhawks.
First pitch off speed, up high again, so Hayden takes that one and gets ahead. Stats show Hayden hitting .323 on the season.
I'd love to know the percentage of first pitch off speed here to start these first
80.
Games.
I'm going 80, 75, 80.
95.
That one's a strike. Hayden watch. That's another off speed pitch. 1-1.
A heater feels good.
Yeah, it does. Romy Jensen on deck for the Riverhawks.
They selling
that
hot
pitch
chocolate down there?
There's nothing better than the smell of a ballpark. The dogs, the burgers, everything.
It's nicer when it's
warm,
above 60.
Yeah. 2-1 pitch to Hayden. Hansen that one's going to get past, and easily scoring is Cooper Clark. And he doesn't even have to slide. Carling wasn't able to get that one back on time to Neal, so Ridgeline will get a second run in the inning, and Hayden Hansen now has nobody on and a 3-1 count. This is green go right here.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Unforced error there by Skyview. Probably going to be recorded in the books as a pass ball, as that didn't look like too bad of a pitch there from Neal. Just kind of in the dirt, one that you expect Carling to block, and they give up the unearned run there to the Riverhawks.
That one upstairs to Hayden on a full count, and he will take ball 4 and take his base, bringing up Romy Jensen.
I want to know your opinion on something.
Okay, I will give it. Don't think I won't give it. I'd like you to ask a little more.
Okay.
I think I got more to offer you in your life.
You got pretty good opinions over there. Huh?
I got plenty to give. Nobody will take.
What does it take if you're a baseball coach trying to build a program and you're trying to stay at a school for years and years, building a dynasty?
Off-speed first pitch is a ball, 1-0. Yeah?
What does it take to have years of good teams in a baseball-type environment?
Well, I think it's the same as here comes the 1-0 pitch. That one's down and out, 2-0 to Romy Jensen. I think it's the same as it is in any other sport. You've got to have the younger generation feeder programs that are strong and that they're bringing up these players.
But baseball's different, right?
How is it different? You still need the reps. You still need guys out there playing.
That's what I'm talking about. The amount of games that I think it takes to get the kids to a certain level can be hard to achieve.
Yeah, but it also...
From a volume of kids standpoint, right? I think kids, just the thought of playing 40-plus, 50-plus, 60-plus games, some teams play 50-plus games in a season, Dave. You're well aware of that.
Yep, very well. That one ripped down the left field line, but it's foul. So Romy's going to stay in there with a 2-2 count, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the volume of off-speed pitches.
Tough. It's tough because I think you can overdo it with younger kids too. You know, you overdo it too young, they get, and then there's do they want to keep doing it when you've done it that much, and also what it can do to the body over that many years since you're 8 years old. I mean, it's rough.
There's a different mentality to it because of the amount of repetition that it takes to be good at the sport.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can just come out and excel at. It's a finite skill level that you have to have, intricate skill level.
I said to Ollie tonight, this afternoon we went to lunch together, he's my youngest, and I said that there's a couple of sports that I think you have to start early. And this is one of them. You don't get a kid that's never played baseball ever come out here and just make a high school team.
But you can in football and other sports. But you can in football,
but I don't think you can in basketball.
No.
Football's the one, in my mind, you can. I mean, and I'm sure there's
As an example, your son started in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
And became a very good
all-state player. I mean, it doesn't – you're a good athlete, you can go do that.
You would never walk on to an 8th grade baseball team.
You wouldn't do that at basketball either.
No. Unless you were 6'10" and no one knew about you before you were in 8th grade. But you're right. This takes – to build a program, you have to have the youth, but you have to have them at a very young age.
That ball's going into the outfield. As they tried to steal bases, it was a double steal, and the catcher ended up trying to go to second instead of third, threw it into center field.
And that one's
then
out
they
of
tried
play.
to throw it back to third, and that one out of play, so now Romey's going to score.
Now, on a double steal, why are we throwing that ball to second base?
I don't know why you wouldn't go to third base on that one.
I just think he maybe fell asleep a little bit there behind the plate and didn't know the situation, just saw the guy. I mean,
I'm thinking you're right because
bad
neither
decision.
the shortstop or the second baseman was going to that bag.
Yeah, I mean, bad decision by the catcher there, Carling, as he throws that one into center field, gives the Riverhawks 2 more unearned runs there on just a double steal by Coach Jensen.
1 out, 4-0 Ridgeline. Now bases empty. Cam Blotter in the box but calls time.
That's the other thing. If you're overmatched against a team maybe skill-wise or pitching-wise or whatever it is offensively, you can't, in baseball, you just cannot give them free bases.
No. Those errors you're talking about against Mountain Crest, you cannot do that.
Cannot do that against good teams and expect to win.
Cam Blotter takes ball 2, so 2-0 to Blotter. Neal's delivery on 2-0 is a good one. Strike 1, so 2-1. We are in the bottom half of the second inning. Ridgeline's been able to get Skyview on the first 6 batters so far. That ball down low. And we got a 3-1 pitch to Cam Blotter.
Well, going back to the program thing, I think Coach Jensen's done a good job of getting kids involved at a young age before he was the head coach of this baseball team, and then evolving that Wolverines program that's been around forever. I played for the Wolverines when I was young. I think you played for the Black Sox, didn't you?
Who are the Black Sox?
I don't remember. They were a Legion team with like Brad Thorne.
We were actually the what were we?
I swear you were called the Black Sox.
We weren't the Black Sox. It was just the Sox. Cache Valley Sox.
That's right. It was just the Cache Valley Sox. Yep. That's right. But that was kind of just before the Wolverines got started, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the Wolverines started about
the Wolverines started, I want to say, 95 because I came back from a mission in 96 and jumped right in.
Yeah.
And I think it was their first or second year is all.
And that Wolverines does stem from UVU.
Mm-hmm. That's where they got the original jerseys.
Yeah, exactly. The UVU relationship down there started the Wolverines program, but now the Legion team for Ridgeline are the Wolverines as well.
Yep.
So that feeder program is super important, Dave, and it just happens to be that the head coach of Ridgeline had been involved with that years and years before he became the head coach of this baseball team. So that's going to pay dividends here for the future of this program.
Cam Blotter with a really good lead over there. I'm a little surprised that Neal didn't try to check him back because Cam was basically going before the front leg even lifted for Neal.
You know, I don't know all the new rules they've implemented into MLB to try to speed the game up, but I know that picking off to first to a base, there's new rules around how many times you can do it, when you can do it, all these things. So it gives the advantage to the offense a lot of times.
I don't mind it.
I don't either. In the shot and the pitch clock and all that, those changes, I like the changes. Woo,
that ball roped to the gap. Ian's going to look at 2 again. If he can get there, that'll be his second double, and he does, sliding into second base. So he's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles right at about the same spot. The first one flew a little further. That one was just a rope.
Yeah, the first one short hopped the fence in left center field. This one was just a low line drive, powered into the gap, and Ian Daly with his second double of this ball game and extends the lead with that RBI scoring Cam Blotter to 5-0. And maybe Coach Neal, this isn't Coach Neal, but Skyview pitching coach maybe looking to make some adjustments here as he goes out to visit Neal on the mound.
Trey Purser waits. He was actually heading into the box and they called time, and so he's going to go back with his teammates for a moment. How many hits in this ball game so far? Let's see if we can check this one out.
I think they have, 6, 7?
And box score.
And Daly has 2.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't look updated, does it?
5. Oh. Yeah, it is. Why does it only say 2 hits?
I don't know.
3 hits. Is that really it?
How's that it?
Well, we had.
Is that it?
We've had.
That seems
Cooper
crazy.
Clark.
Cooper has 1. It shows Cooper with 1. They have 3 hits and 5 runs.
Yeah, because One of the runs was, or two of the runs have been on walks. Ian Dowley didn't score on his first hit, so
he walked 4 guys. He walked 4 and they gave up 3 hits.
I was thinking we were just slapping it all over the park.
Me too. It felt like it.
Walks, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Is it 4 walks? You say?
4 walks. Yep.
4 walks, 3 hits, 5 runs.
First pitch to Trey Purser is a ball, down and out. Still staying with that off speed to Trey. Ian Dowley's got to tie his shoelace. It's cool to have these lights out here, isn't it? It'd be nice to have a little warmer, but it's fun.
I can't even stress how much this is going to benefit the underclassmen of this program. I know we're playing a varsity ball game at 7 o'clock, which it allows you the flexibility to do that. But to not take innings away from the JV and the sophomore, to have these lights. Ooh, Trey
that one
Purser
was hung,
turns
but it was
on one.
hit to Williams, and he misses the play. I think he took a step back before he came forward. Trey's going to be standing up at second. It'll be interesting to see if they rule that an error or not.
Yeah, I would think that is going to be ruled as an error, as that one was definitely had a play to be made on it by
Williams.
Brighton Williams out there and left, and it just looked like it shot right off his glove as he went to catch it. Kind of a sliding.
That ball could have been knuckling too. The way it was hung and the way he hit that, it's possible that ball was knuckling out there at Brighton Williams. But I'm guessing he took a quick step backwards instead of coming forward first, and it's just the timing was off. Bodie Hansen steps in now with Trey Purser on second base. 1 out is all. 6-0, Ridgeline in the lead. Bodie pops up to the second baseman. So that'll be 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second, and Easton Dahlke will saunter up to the batter's box.
It's like they did score that as a hit for Trey Purser and an RBI double. I'd like to know the definition of, or I'd like to talk to like an MLB scorekeeper and ask him what the definition of.
I know, because it sure seems subjective, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what it is. If he's your friend or your child,
it's a hit.
It's a hit. If you kind of don't like him, you're going to put it in the air. Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you, one guy that would know for sure is Coach Jensen, because that guy is a walking MLB rule book.
Which Coach Jensen? There's about 5 of them over there. August Volitnikoff.
I've never met anyone that knows the rules better than that guy. Been around the game for 56 years.
And he's 56.
I think he's 40-something.
That's saying something. Easton Dahlke takes ball 2.
That's saying something.
2-0. 2 outs.
Just a nightmare of an inning here for the Bobcats, as they've given up 6 in the bottom of the second.
Oh.
You call that a strike?
No. That's 3-0.
Got a bit of a squirrely strike zone, doesn't he?
There's a funny commercial out there right now that a couple is painting their wall, and they're just so happy with the end result. And the lady goes, "I think that's the best thing we've ever done." And he goes, "We have 3 kids." And she said, "I said what I said."
I can't take it back.
I won't take it back.
I'm not going to take it back. Easton Dahlke up 3-0, kind of swings at one in the dirt.
That's like, I want another pitch.
Well,
I do not want to walk.
Come on, you got to.
I don't want to walk.
You got to sit back. You get green light. It's got to be one over the plate on your belt, not down in the dirt.
Well, he wanted one more pitch, and he did get it, and he's going to take a walk.
Second walk of the ball game there for Easton Dahlke.
And 5th of the ball game for Neal.
Yes,
so Tyker Neal having a difficult time getting out of this inning. And Cooper Clark steps in.
If you were keeping a paper book like you were the other day in the softball game, it would be a mess right now, because you'd have to be into the next column.
And you know what? I don't call as good of a ball game when I got to do all that.
I agree. I agree.
What I was hoping you'd say was, no, you do an excellent job, whatever. Guys on first and second.
We got a pinch runner in. That looks like Hayden Jensen again.
And this time Cooper Clark's going to pop it up. Is this going to be a Texas leaguer?
No.
No, good play. Brighton Williams coming in from third base. And making third base, left field, making a nice play, sliding in to catch that ball. 3 outs and 6 runs in that ball game, or that inning for Ridgeline, and they lead 6-0.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremonton is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AISAV.com.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
If you want a natural stone look on your home without the expense, think Coldwater Stone in Tremonton or Castolite in Logan and see how they take some of the most beautiful resources the earth has to offer, then shapes and blends them to create your dream home. Online at coldwaterstone.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400.
All the carnival food.
Dave? I'd like you to share with me share with the audience what you just shared with me.
You mean do a little promo for my favorite cooking channel show?
Yeah.
It's called Carnival Eats, and the guy goes around all over the country. He's even gone up into Canada. In fact, one of my favorite ones was a holiday festival they do up in, I want to say Toronto area, but everything he visited as far as the carnival food in that one was awesome. I mean, and he goes all over the country, and it's just fair food.
If there's
lots of deep fried, lots of. I mean it, and they're also creative on the different things they do. The guy wrapped taquitos in a burrito, and I tried it the other night.
Sounds amazing.
Well, you just got. I mean, it wasn't as good at home as it was. I looked like on there, but yeah, I don't think I need the taquito wrapped in the burrito.
Well, you can ask my wife if there's one thing I love. It's fair food.
Then you need to watch that show.
I am going to Sunday night. Sunday day.
Yeah.
Food Network.
They run it pretty much towards the all afternoon. Right as you're dozing off, Then you wake up and it's still on. That's awesome.
3 o'clock or what?
Just when they finish up the golf tournament. At the plate, starting the inning for Skyview is number 27, Seth Chambers. They haven't been through the lineup quite yet. Seth swings through that one. Count is 2-1.
Freshman Easton Hammond's pitching him a gem out there.
2 innings, 6 men up, 6 men down.
No hits.
This one fouled off into the tennis courts. They're going to be fine over there. They got lacrosse going on over there tonight too, I believe.
What's the score? The other night the girls had a barn burner as they won 11-10 in triple overtime.
It's 5-2 over there now. I believe they're playing Green Canyon.
For the Riverhawks.
Yep. Here comes the delivery from Hammond. That one's down in the dirt. Dahlke dropped to his knees and tried to take it off the chest, and he might have taken it to some flesh.
That clip him?
Might have. He looks like he might want to walk this off. I think I would too. I'm not tough enough to be a catcher. There's no getting around it.
I couldn't agree with you more.
That I'm not tough enough, or just
yes.
Okay? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Skyview struggled here offensively in this cold weather today, as they only have mustered 2 hits in both of these 2 games to start the series against Ridgeline.
Time to hit the cage, I guess.
2 hits in.
Hammond, that one's down. He's going to put the first runner on base for Skyview in this ballgame.
So much for the perfect game.
Yep, but he's got his no-hitter going. Ridgeline now will try to roll a double play as Brighton Williams steps to the plate. I think he's the 8-hitter in the lineup. And here comes the first pitch. And that's inside, and he still took a hack at it. Misses it, 0-1. Lefty Hammond is able to look right at the man leading off from first base. Seth Chambers, wasn't it? if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that's right.
Right.
Yeah, Chambers on first.
So Bryton Williams waits for the 0-1 pitch. Hammond comes set. Still takes a decent-sized leg kick. That one looked pretty good, but they're going to call it outside. It'll be interesting to see what kind of control and command he has here with runner on base. Kind of taking a little bit of his attention over there. 1-1. That one fouled away by Williams. So still working ahead is Hammond, 1-2. If you're just joining us, Ridgeline got 6 in the bottom of the second inning. Our score is 6-0. They were able to 10-run rule the Bobcats in the first game here of the doubleheader. I'm sure they'd love to do it again. Hammond picks off over to first.
He is out.
Ooh. Why would you? Did he just point at the home plate umpire wanting that?
No, I don't think he did. But that
was close.
Was very close to being a pickoff by Easton Hammond. Does it look like they got that mitt on him, that glove down before the runner got back to the bag, but safe called out there by our field umpire.
That ball up. We got it's a 2-2 count. It looked to me like the field umpire pointed at the home plate umpire like, what'd you see? Like, you can't ask him to see that. 2-2. Hammond peeks at first. A couple times he'll throw over there. Keep him close.
Look at how they have Bryton Williams played in the outfield, Dave. They got the right fielder sitting in right center. The center fielder's in left center. He must be scouting report on him. He's all pull. Look at Hayden Hansen is he's about 2 feet just right of
second base.
He's playing up the middle, so they definitely have what you would look at as a shift.
Is it Max Bear in left? Is that what you said?
Yes, I believe so.
He can only be 15 so yards away from the line.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper Clark playing center field is nowhere near behind second base.
Playing rover.
Yep. They strike him out.
Strike out. Good pitch. Blew it right by him. Nothing fancy about that. Just threw it right by him.
Up in his eyes. Climb the ladder there for the freshman Easton Hammond. Gets his, what is that? How many strikeouts he got on the day here, bub? It's his 4th strikeout.
1 out. Man on first base still is Chambers. The southpaw keeping him close. I think he's got lazy on you over there. Threw over to first base again. This time from the catcher, wasn't it? Tried to pick him off.
Yep.
Easton Dahlke tried. Now Easton Hammond. 1-0 pitch. Down and they gave it to him. He has called that a time or two tonight.
He has been consistent with that call.
We will at least say that for him. Destry Fisher back in the box.
Our leadoff? No.
1, 2.
No,
this should be 9.
Leadoff,
yeah, this should be 9 right here. So Destry at the first time at the plate fouls it into the tennis courts, but that gives again Hammond a 1-2 count. 1 out. Man on first base.
See what Hammond decides to do here, up in the count.
Looking at first. Still looking. Now he's going to throw over. Boy, it's an advantage to be a lefty, isn't it?
Oh, boy. Hard to steal on a left-hander, as the pickoff moves can really cause you problems.
Hammond sets and delivers. That one a good off-speed pitch. Can you get to second? Nope, we're going to go to first base from Trey, and then they're going to run him back. Nope, throw behind him. Nothing there. As Hayden Hansen came behind the runner and tried to see if we could get him from Romy, and they didn't. So 2 outs.
Kind of a slow chopper up the third baseline. Trey Purser really had no choice than to get the out at first base. You got 2 outs here in the top of the third. 6-0 lead for the Riverhawks.
Back to the top of the lineup for Skyview. Bryce Larson, number 5. 2 outs. Man on second base. That's the only runner the Skyview's had so far in this ballgame. Seth Chambers got there on a walk. Was able to move across on the on the slow ground ball to third base. That first pitch is up, 1-0 to Bryce Larson. Again, Hammond takes a peek at second. Delivers. That one right down the gut. Good pitch. 1-1. That's the pitch. I don't know what they're waiting for. I mean, he's been pretty good at locating his off-speed stuff. When you're going to throw they got to be ready to hit that pitch, that strike, that fastball.
Yeah, it's right down the middle. It's not one you should be.
See, because then now he can do stuff like he just did on a nice off-speed curveball in the dirt, and they're chasing it. So 1-2. I mean, to me, it's you dig in and you're waiting for fastball, and he's going to give you probably 1 or 2 per at bat. You just got to be ready.
Yeah, these Skyview hitters have struggled here offensively to get the barrel on the ball really at all.
Especially if he throws first pitch ball, that's strike three.
Easy.
You just let that thing go by. Strike three.
I don't know where that wasn't, where the batter thought Larson thought that was, but he walks off a little bit frustrated with himself as he backward Ks here to end the third inning.
He did
top of the third.
That's the second backward K I believe he's had. If you remember, he got rung up on the first batter of the game as he thought he got ball 4 and he got rung up.
That's right, he did.
So he's got 2 of those, just not able to see it as of right now. Ridgeline leading 6-0, middle of the third. We'll be back for Ridgeline's plate appearance in just a moment. Defense helps win championships. That's true in business, too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom design t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo stuff, the Logo Shop.
Every day's a fiesta at El Salvador Los Primos Restaurant. All the excitement that you'd expect from the best Mexican Salvadorian cuisine. Try their authentic pupusas, street tacos, and more. Visit now and get the student special. Buy 1 burrito, get 1 for free. View their entire menu online at ElSalvadorLosPrimos.com.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
RPMs raise your BPMs. Then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Off the air there, Nick and I were just talking a little bit about a hitter's approach and how important it is to understand the game and the situation in the game. When you might be looking for a first pitch, what you might be looking for on first pitch, and how you can get ahead. And once you are ahead, how it can shrink things for you a little bit, and you can just zone in on the pitch that you're waiting for. Max Baer is going to lead off the inning for the Riverhawks. Max takes first pitch curveball, and that's a strike. They still got Neal out there, as he had a little bit of struggle there in the second inning. Let's see if he can come back and have more success here in the bottom half of the third. Max Baer's 0-1 pitch is hit between second or short and third. Seeing eye single, as they say. And Max leads off his team getting to first base.
Yeah, it's a good job by Max Baer as he gets an off-speed curveball as strike 1. First pitch of his at-bat, he kind of just sits on it, and he looks for that same pitch on the second pitch, and he gets it from Neal, and he turns on it and hits it. See, like you said, seeing eye single, just under the third baseman's glove there.
So Max Baer gets to 1-1 on the game.
Hey, isn't he 2 for 2?
It showed him 0-1, so they just haven't updated it. So my guess is it's now going to 1-1.
I thought he got to hit his first at bat.
Well, you're going to have to take that up with whoever's running Game Changer.
I'm wrong.
Hayden Hansen steps in.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2. I can't remember what he did his first at bat then.
1 for 2 or 1 for
it's updated.
1 for okay.
Yeah, 1 for 2.
1 for 2.
What did Max do his first at bat? He grounded out to the shortstop, Chambers. Oh, that's right. And Cooper Clark was at second and advanced to third.
Hayden Hansen looks to show's bunt, probably just to see if he can get his runner to second. And he did, and didn't realize that went to center field. Max stands on second, doesn't look at third.
Now that's one disadvantage if you're a high-volume off-speed pitcher.
Yeah,
you better be good at holding kids on, or you're going to get stolen all night long. And I think that's about the third or fourth stolen base for the Riverhawks here tonight.
I'd be going first pitch. We've seen first pitch breaking ball, what'd you say, 75% of the time tonight?
95.
Oh, whoa, that's jumped.
No. I've always been in the 90s.
95?
Yeah, well, I said in the 90s.
Okay.
90 percentile. He's thrown a lot of them.
Yeah, I'd be looking to go on that too. Now Hayden's got a guy in scoring position. That one's a little up. He takes the ball, and it's a 1-2 count on Hayden. Max Bear on second base. No outs here. 1-2 count to Hayden. Hansen waits. Neal delivers. That one's up as well.
I believe Hayden walked
2-2.
his last at bat. Yeah, he did. Base on balls. And a run scored for Hayden Hansen.
2-2 count. Hayden waiting. There's the delivery. That one's down. Full count. Neal's got to come now.
Is that a different catcher, Dave? It is.
Yes, it is. This one is...
I can't tell what his number is.
Under the straps there.
Looks like 3 maybe.
Can't be 3. That's the pitcher.
Oh. You're right.
He's going to be very fast if that's the case. Very fast. Full count to Hayden Hansen is popped up to right.
That's trouble.
Field.
Well.
He's got underneath it. And fly out will not advance the runner. Max Bear unable to go to third from there. Ended up being shallow enough where the throw would have been able to be made. So Romy Jensen will come up and try to score Max Bear from second.
I like that.
Did you go see that movie, the Elvis movie? Did we go to that together?
No, I didn't.
It was good.
Never seen it.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
My brother said it was good. He watched it on the plane on the way to Cancun.
That pitch up.
They said they were mean to Elvis. Forced him into drinking. Is that true?
Maybe I didn't pay much enough attention. I liked the music, though.
I'm sure you did. Didn't pay enough attention.
I was dancing in the aisles. Romy waiting. Man on second base. That pitch looked pretty good.
Well, down and out.
Must have been. They called the ball 2-0. 1 out. And Romy Jensen at the plate. Max Bear on second. Neal delivers. Romy turns on it and hits it between the third and short again. Big turn for Max Bear. He does not try to make it as he's held there by Coach Jed. Now men on first and second. Most likely a steal situation here with Cam Blotter at the plate. Back to the top of the lineup. 1 out. And they're going to make the call on what they want to do here, if they want to try to throw it down and get an out at second base, or if they're going to cut it off. Taking his lead over there at first. Did they bring in a pinch runner? Is that still Hayden? I didn't even look. Bunted. And they're going to get Max Bear. He was coming one way or the other. They're going to get Max Bear running back to second to shortstop, and he is safe. Just waited just a hair too long, and then tried to make that throw, and it was not caught, or it wasn't caught, and Bear got underneath it. Was he out if he caught it?
Yeah, I believe so. It was going to be real close over there at third base, but that catcher, I'm not sure who that was, makes the right decision to push Max Bear back to the bag he came from, but just a little bit of an earlier throw and better handle ball at third base, and they get the out. But Max Bear escapes. I don't know if he was calling a squeeze play bunt there by Coach Jensen, or
I don't know.
If it was just a bad read by Max Bear.
Romy got to second. Cam got down to first. So bases are loaded for Ian Daly, and Ian is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles.
You know, I think as of late, Ian's been stroking the ball pretty well for the Riverhawks lineup offensively. I think he's
That's strike off speed pitch. Wasn't what he wanted, so he waits. 1-1 is the count to Ian. Bases loaded, 1 out. You got Trey Purser on deck. So a couple really good hitters coming up right now.
Yeah, you got the meat of the lineup if you're
good hack by
Ridgeline.
Ian. That one's going to be fouled out of play to the right side. So now Ian down 1-2. And he steps back in the box. Neal working out of the windup now. Here's the 1-2. Ian fights it off. A little late on that one.
Yeah, probably looking off speed. Had to adjust the fastball. You got to look fastball, adjust to the off speed.
Exactly. That's the approach. You can always make an adjustment on that off speed.
But it's hard to catch back up to a fastball if you're looking. Ooh.
That ball hit right at that first baseman.
Boy.
It's going to score a run, though, as Ian hit that one so hard, and it was not fielded very cleanly by the first baseman, enough to get Ian as he steps on the bag. But now you got runners at second and third. Ian gets the RBI, and Ridgeline's now got a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, it's just
and
something.
Trey Purser up.
Skyview, you'd love to clean up, because in that situation with Trey Purser coming up, leading this team in home runs, you'd love to have gotten that double play, and that's as routine of a double play ball as you're going to get over there. If that first baseman's playing up on the grass, you get it to home base, and you still got a chance to get him at first pretty easily. So missed opportunity there to get out of this inning by Skyview.
Yeah, at least you save a run. Ian's fast down that line. That'd be at this level with these kids.
It was hit sharply.
It was hit sharply.
Sharply.
You've got a chance. If everything is perfect, you've got a chance. But now you've got runners on second and third, and the home run hitting Trey Purser at the plate, and he hacks at that one, fouls it straight back, but now he's down 0-2.
Trey's 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI on the night. Finds himself in an 0-2 hole.
2 outs. Boy, Neal would like this one. This is also one where, I mean, you got a really good hitter behind him with Bodie too, but you got an open base at first. It's half tempting to go ahead and put him on, not throw him anything close. But when you're up 0-2 like that, it's hard not to at least try to go after him.
Like Easton Hammond is going to pinch hit for Bodie Hansen. So we're going to get the pitcher some hacks in there.
Isn't Bodie hitting it pretty good right now?
Yeah, I think he's I don't know. You got access to the stats. I don't.
What is he today, though?
Oh, Bodie today is 0 for 2.
Oh, wow.
Popped up to the second baseman twice.
Okay.
Or he's popped up to the infield twice. So,
Easton Hammond came in the first game I saw when I caught the end of it and had a pinch hit single. So let's see what Trey, though, can do here. 1-2 count to Purser. That one down and out. 2-2. Working his way back. Again, if I'm Neal, I'm still not.
Steering clear of that strike zone, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't put anything where Trey can really do some damage with it. See, he stayed away and he makes him reach. Trey wasn't able to push that one to right field. He tried to pull an outside pitch, and that's usually a ground ball, which it was there, and they throw Trey out at first. So Skyview able to get out of the bottom half of the third there, even though they were in trouble. They only gave up one. 7-0, Ridgeline in the lead, moving to the top of the fourth. We'll be right back.
A beautiful career in the beauty industry. New Horizons Beauty College is happy to be helping you take a step forward in a new career and your new look. New Horizons Beauty College, moving forward with beauty. Now accepting new clients. Call 435-753-9779.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremonton is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AISAV.com.
Nikolai, I've been impressed with Easton Hammond. Through 3 innings, he has given up no hits, and he did give up 1 walk, but the freshman's looking good. Let me ask you this.
He's been efficient too, Dave, only thrown 46 pitches through 3. That'll keep you out there for a while.
Yeah, it will. Absolutely will. What would your walk-up music be right now?
Oh.
And would your walk-up music change? Would it be different now than it was, say, when you were 17, 18-year-old?
Duh.
No, I mean...
Oh, would it be the exact same? No, I can tell you what my walk-up... I already told you what my walk-up...
last year you did... I don't remember what it is, though.
Yeah.
What you would have right now, or what you would have had back then, or is it the same?
Now that you say that, it would be the same.
I wondered if it would be the same.
It would be the same.
If this song existed,
it did.
20.
100%,
Okay.
100% it did. It's the intro music to Hulk Hogan when he came, when he was the original, and he'd rip his shirt off.
Was he Hollywood Hulk at that time?
No, that's when he turned bad.
Look, I don't even know what you're talking. I don't understand a word that's coming out of your mouth right now.
You weren't into the WWF.
No.
You weren't into any of that.
No.
I went to several, and ordered several pay-per-views, but I went to several live events.
You seem like a guy that would enjoy some WWF.
Oh, did I ever?
Hey, dude, that is not.
I was
I did not. I was not like, hey, congratulations, you would enjoy some WWF. Hammond still working. Huh? No, he's still working, and he's got his man down 1-2.
Neil down 1-2.
Dunkley used to love his WWE. He liked the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, yeah. George the Animal Steel.
Hacksaw Jim
Nikolai
Duggan.
Volkov.
Maybe that's where I got your name, Nikolai Volkov.
That's from WWF.
That ball down and in. Hammond now a 2-2 pitch to, or 2-2 count to Neil.
Ravishing. Rick Rude. Jake the Snake Roberts. Coco Beware.
You probably have their trading cards.
Rey Mysterio Jr.
2-2 pitch from Hammond. That looked good. That was an off-speed pitch and just buckled Neil. And that'll be 1 out.
That's his 5th strikeout of the game, I believe, for Easton Hammond. He sat 5 Bobcats down, and 3 of them looking. Might even be more than that, but I know Larson has struck out looking twice, and there's Neil. So your 1 and 2 hitter have struck out 3 times, all looking at the 3rd strike.
Aiden McPhee, the 3 hitter here for Skyview.
That goes back to that approach we talked about, Dave. You get 2 strikes on you. I mean, if that pitch is anywhere in the vicinity of
you gotta be hacking
the strike zone, you got to, like you say, it's maybe not the pitch you're looking for, and it's not in the right spot for you to hit hard, but just foul it off and get another look.
Choke up and fight it off.
And fight it off. Foul it into the parking lot, get the next pitch, and hopefully it's in a better location that you can handle. But man, it's frustrating as a coach to watch kids strike out looking and put it in the judgment of the umpire.
Yep.
Who already you're not going to like the result. No. You're not going to agree with it.
No, especially when it's 35 degrees and he wants to get home. 2-1 is the count. McPhee struck out his first time at bat.
How do you turn that switch on in your head to say, all right, I got 2 strikes? I would almost rather have a kid swing at a bad pitch that is so far outside the zone that it's a ball than have him watch one that's just right down the pipe. It's clearly a strike.
I'm with you.
I mean, I'd rather
see an aggression thing, right?
Yeah, be him more aggressive than not aggressive enough.
That went down and in, and he walks McPhee, and that'll be the second runner of the ball game for Skyview. Still no hits. And coming up to the plate is number 7, Murdoch. Tucker Murdoch, his first at-bat, also struck out. So a man on first, again, the luxury of the lefty, you can look right at him and try to keep him a little bit closer. And Hammond is doing just that as he sets and fires. That ball called a ball.
That's the one he's kind of been getting the strike call.
Yeah, he's called that at least twice.
Down and in, kind of down around the shins of these right-handed batters, and it's been called strike a handful of times. That time he doesn't get the call. Struggling a little bit with command here as Easton falls behind 2-0.
Folks, if you want to watch this ball game, you can always go over to CashValleyDaily.com. We got it streaming with video, and we got the scoreboard up there too for you.
Looks beautiful under the lights here at Ridgeline Stadium.
3-0. Let's see if Hammond can work back now.
Lawn has been striped.
Yeah, it looks really good. That pitch, a strike. Tucker Murdoch tried to sell that one just a little by kind of leaning back, but he didn't get it. 3-1. See if Hammond can battle back here. That one straight down the gut, full count.
Yeah,
that's again another one. You got a 3-1 pitch. Your team is being beat 7-0. How are you not ready to absolutely come out of your shoes?
Well, I agree with you, Dave, but the pitch before that was kind of up around his chest. And I wouldn't say up around his chest, but that one's that concrete's out of play.
Yeah,
so
he would have had to reach over there.
Yep, and see what Romy's, yep, right there. That's what he would have had to do. Stretch out with his feet on the turf onto the concrete pad. These dugouts extend past the railing, and they have a little portion of concrete that is cut into the turf field, and that part of the concrete's actually out of play. That's strike 3.
Full count, off speed, and that was strike 3 looking. That's the right call, though.
Another backwards K. Yeah, I mean, I can agree with Murdoch a little bit on strike 1 of the count, but you're up 3-0, you're up 3-0, and you get strike 1 kind of, maybe up around your belt.
You're an umpire. How do you ring a guy up?
The motion?
Yeah, what's your motion? Yeah, just walk me through this. Hold on. We got number 28, Trey Camphouse, stepping in.
So
that one outside. They try to get the first runner at first getting back there. Okay, how do you got? Do we have lights on in here? Well, I know we don't have them. Do we have lights? There you go. I got to see. I got to see what
Turn
Nick's.
the webcam on.
Here, do you want me to show you what mine is?
Yeah,
or do
you go ahead. Oh my.
That's trouble. Here it is.
Okay.
You go up hard with the right hand, then you pull it back bow and arrow style like that.
Left?
Yeah, it's like that.
But you're not all the way. You're just here and then here.
Yeah, that's all I got to do. What do you got? You got the hubba with your finger up in the air like this.
I don't remember that.
You guys never Darren, you remember that, don't you?
I don't remember this
one. Yeah.
I remember strike 2 on you.
Oh, Camphouse swings through one. All right, what's yours?
Let's see. So I'm probably like you. I like this one, and then
it's the same one.
You're just knocking them out.
You know what I also like? I like the field umpires. I want the big fella, the big dude. And when somebody is out at first, he's just all he does is lift one leg, barely, and goes barely little, and then he just walks back to where he's supposed to go. It's a barely little.
Okay, so when my wife and I have decided when the kids have left the house,
that'll be a good day. It'll be a good day.
Her and I have decided that we are joining RMSB, and I'm the plate umpire, and she's the field umpire, and we're team umpires. And we're going to umpire.
Do you think she could have a big wad of sunflower seeds in her cheek? I'd like her to do that.
I think she's going to start chewing.
Keep it classy.
She's going to start chewing.
A nice big hanger.
I want a lady that chews.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. You look like a guy that would like a lady that chews. And then you're going to order pay-per-view WWF.
Yes. It's E now. It's
WWE.
It's WWE
I don't know how
now.
you keep up. 2-2 to Camphouse. He's fighting out there. 2 outs. Easton Hammond gets him on a beautiful off-speed pitch. Camphouse out on that front foot, unable to make any contact. And Hammond's stays perfect, or at least still got his no-hitter intact. I know you're not even supposed to say that, but I'm the commentator. They're not saying anything about that in there, and that's fine.
Don't say anything.
But we can say it up here. 7-0.
That's his 8th strikeout of the ball game, David.
Looking good. The freshman's looking good. 7-0. Ridgeline in the lead. We are midway through the 4th. We'll be right back.
Cache Valley Auto Care. Because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
If you want a natural stone look on your home without the expense, think Coldwater Stone in Tremonton or Castolite in Logan and see how they take some of the most beautiful resources the earth has to offer, then shapes and blends them to create your dream home. Online at coldwaterstone.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Ridgeline leading 7-0 here, coming to the bottom of the fourth. Leading off for Ridgeline will be Easton Hammond. Pinch hitting for Bodie Hansen. And then it is Easton Dalkey on deck.
How does this work? Throws left, bats right.
Now batting number 6.
Well,
plays offensive guard for the football team. Oh, has the best walk-up music we've heard so far.
What would yours be again, did you say? The one? Where's our thing you can plug it in?
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. It's kind of a tough one to find, but I can play it on my...
I'd probably go with like a little air supply or... I don't know. I'd like to keep it smooth. Easton Hammond took the first pitch strike. Here comes the second. And he's going to chop that right back to the pitcher. Take a little bit of a jog to first and then make the easy throw. New pitcher in for Skyview is number 8, Jackson Markworth. And he gets Easton Hammond, his first batter. So 1 out, and Easton Dalkey steps to the plate. Brings up his Milli Vanilli walk-up. I mean, it's tempting to just take your time getting into that box just so you can keep listening to that. Hey, you gotta make sure that your walk-up music gets right into the good stuff quickly.
I'd have it all. Darren can like time it up, so
yeah, he does.
Like that Big Papa was a certain
It's good. It's good.
So you got to have it all. You got to have the timing of it, so you cut the right part of the song.
Yep. Got to cut it. Dalkey fouls the first pitch off, 0-1 to Easton. Nobody on base. Markworth, good pitch, off-speed pitch to Dalkey. Gets him to chase, so 0-2. Nope, yep, 0-2. Markworth, again, he's his first inning here. Taking over for Neal. There's the delivery, and Dalkey golfs it down the left field line, and that's in. That thing barely, he was playing cricket.
And the big guy's hunting for 2.
He's going to have it as he golfs it off of the front of the base. And he gets to second base, and what's he doing out there?
I don't know. The little celebration with the
little binocular eyes?
Yeah, with the bottom binoculars. And is that Hayden Jensen? I'm assuming is going to speed up run for the catcher.
And Cooper Clark will step in. Cooper Clark's 1 for 2. His one was a shot to the warning track in left center.
Why do I not remember this always being his walk-up music? You change that? Or that's how it's been all day? Huh. I haven't been paying attention.
Well, this is just the third time.
Exactly.
First pitch. Off-speed strike. Looks like Markworth doing similar things as Neal is working that off-speed pitch first.
Sometimes it's a philosophy from the coach. Those pitch counts are off.
That's off a back foot, and Clark drives one to right center, and that's going to get right between those two players, and it's going to score Jensen. And Clark's going to get to 3 standing up.
And he's going to score. Oh,
whoop.
That's that's interference by the defender.
Why didn't he throw
it's obstruction.
Did they already call it?
Yeah, I saw the umpire put his hands in the air. And the third baseman, I think, knew you can't obstruct the runner advancing from base to base unless you have the baseball. You can't be in the baseline. And the third baseman ran into Cooper Clark as he was trying to advance to home as the throw from the shortstop got past the third baseman as Cooper was going to stand up easily with a stand-up triple and then advances to home on the throwing error.
That was off his back foot. He did not. Did you see that swing? He was off his back foot and he just kind of chopped at it, but it went to the right spot. Max Baer with a laser between first and second base.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there as he gets the outside fastball and goes with it. Line drives it right at the right fielder and for an easy single for Max Baer. But that ball that Cooper Clark hit just hangs in the air long enough to fall right in between the right fielder and the center fielder, and it looked like they both kind of dove to try to make a play on it. Neither one were able to corral it in.
I don't know about you, but those get nerve-wracking a little bit. Guys are going at each other at the same thing, and you can see that nobody's closer than the other.
Yeah, no one's got a play on it really.
And I've been there. I played out there, and there's times you got to either call it early. You got to try to call it early.
Yeah.
Even if you can't quite get there, just to make sure that there's some communication.
Sophomore Tyson Smith stepping into the box here, pinch hitting for. I'm not sure who that would be Hayden. Yep.
All right. So Tyson Smith with his first plate appearance, Ridgeline leading 9-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. The Skyview game changer person had Skyview losing the last ball game 9-0. So maybe it's a 9-run rule after 5.
I think it is 10. 9 runs
because
RMSB.
theirs showed 9-0 in the loss on their game changer.
Well,
now, whether they were wrong, I don't know how you can be wrong if it's. How do you mess up that? End a game at 9-0 in the fifth inning.
You just end the game.
I think that. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. You guys sure if it's 10? Is it 10 or? I don't wonder why they had that scored
Rocky
on theirs as
Mountain's
9-0.
but 10 after 5.
10 after 5. Ridgeline's got to get one more here, and then if they get him out at the top of the fifth, we're over. And Smith watches ball 2. 2-1 to Smith.
Sophomore's a really good player. He plays catcher, can kind of play the middle infield as well. So another good young prospect here for the Riverhawks. Big, strong kid, too. Saw him against Mountain Crest in the JV game. Hit a nice RBI double into the right center gap. Ooh,
that ball down. Did they call strike on that one?
No, I don't believe so. That was a ball.
I was watching the umpire, and I don't know if he just came out of there funny, but it almost looked like he made a strike motion, but it's 3-1. So Smith's again he's got a green light here with a man on second base as Baer takes second. So this is a chance to get that 10th run. And he's going to get it.
There's that shot. Yeah.
That's a good hit to second or to right. Coming around quickly is Baer, and he's able to get there standing up.
Oh.
And a good throw to second base gets Smith by the catcher. It was a good dig, too.
Yeah, it was a nice pick over there by the shortstop. That's Neal, right, at short?
Yep.
Yeah, good pick at second base by Neal. Gets Tyson Smith trying to advance after he hits singles into right field. The throw to the plate. He tries to advance to second.
Romy Jensen steps into the plate. Ridgeline leading 10-0. Nobody on base now, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. 3 runs in the inning so far. Ridgeline didn't get any in the first, got 6 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 3 here so far in the fourth. Here's the delivery from Markworth. 1-0 pitch. That one looks down the middle, and it is. So 1-1 to Romy Jensen. Markworth with the 1-1. That one upstairs. Catcher holds his glove there just a little longer to say, "You sure?" He's sure. 2-1. 2 outs. Romy waits. Pops this one high up to the right side. First baseman trying to make a play on it, but he looks like he can't quite see it. And I think that actually went out of play anyways.
Yeah, it did. Landed in the bullpen over there behind the Ridgeline dugout.
So Romy will see another one here, 2-2. 2-2 and 2 outs. Again, bottom of the fourth.
You got some cheering.
Yeah,
over
what do you
at
got
the
over the lacrosse
game?
Romy rips one between short and third. Good piece of hitting there by Romy Jensen. He's on with a single. 7-6 over there for the Hawks.
Tied up 6-6 after the Hawks had a 5-2 lead at the lacrosse game. Hayden Jensen pinch hitting now for Cam Blotter in the leadoff spot for the Riverhawks. So Coach Jensen getting a few of his underclassmen some opportunities here. As Hayden actually is a junior. That's Hayden, right? Yeah.
I can't see my score sheet.
He's been pinch running or speed up running for Easton Dalkey all night. Gets a chance to climb in the box. Oh, that's
bad pickoff over there to first, and it's going to allow Romy to get to second base. So Jensen now at second, and Jensen at the plate, looking to hopefully trade some places. 2 outs. 10-0 Ridgeline here in the bottom of the fourth. And Jensen hacks at a high ball. That one's back. Is it playable for the catcher?
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
It was. He just never saw it. That's a play probably that should be made. You know who that might be? Brighton Williams?
Yeah?
I think it might be Brighton Williams in at catcher. Been there for the last couple of innings.
What number
6.
Okay, yeah, that actually does look like him.
And it does not look like him out and left, which was where he was.
Yep, I would say you're right there, Dave, because that did look like Brighton as he ripped that mask off.
Mm-hmm. So Hayden Jensen with an 0-1 pitch to him from Mark Worth. He got it. Mark Worth got it, so 0-2 now.
That's a good pitch on the inside corner of the plate by Markworth.
Just a fastball. Jensen's back foot is very close to that plate. He's on that plate. That one just fooled him. Straight up fooled him. Good pitch that time by Markworth, and that is the third out. Yep, boys, you can leave. You're fine. Some of them started to go, and some of them weren't sure about it. Ridgeline able to get 3 more there in the bottom of the fourth. Ridgeline now leading 10-0, trying to get out of this ball game here in the top of the fifth. We'll be back in a moment. Defense helps win championships. That's true in business, too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom design t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo stuff, the Logo Shop.
Every day's a fiesta at El Salvador Los Primos Restaurant. All the excitement that you'd expect from the best Mexican Salvadorian cuisine. Try their authentic pupusas, street tacos, and more. Visit now and get the student special. Buy 1 burrito, get 1 for free. View their entire menu online at ElSalvadorLosPrimos.com.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Ridgeline up 10-0 here as we move to the top of the fifth. Ridgeline can get out of this one in the top of the fifth, allowing no runs. This one's over. Chance Wilson will lead off for a Skyview, followed by Easton Koyman. Easton Hammond still out there trying to finish off a really, really good ball game here for Ridgeline. First pitch, strike, outside half. Well, 16, 17 years ago, the name Easton was pretty popular. We got 3 of them in this ball game. That's without even looking down through the rest of the players. Yep, 3 of them. kind of paved the way to have your kid be a baseball player if you're going to name him Easton.
Got a new catcher in the ball game. That's Lucas.
Can't.
Pond? Long. That's right. Lucas Long. Back behind the dish.
Lucas Long.
You want me to tell you something about Lucas?
Please do, Nick. Please do.
So last year, Lucas came out and tried out for the team. This is a story about
a man named Jed.
Well, someone that this is an example of why
3-1
never
by the way.
quit.
3-1 pitch here.
If you want something bad enough,
just fight.
Yeah, work, fight, don't quit. Okay, so
good pitch.
He came to try
full count.
He came to try out for the team last year. They said, Lucas, you can come and catch bullpens, but we don't know if we'll be able to get you in the games.
Junior. He's a junior.
This is when he was a sophomore.
Okay.
So Lucas says,
full count. Pitch down and in. They're not going to give it to him.
It's
So
third
Chance
walk of the game.
Wilson will take first base.
Is the only 3 base runners they've allowed on so far.
Koyman coming up for Skyview. So he went in the offseason and just worked.
No. He says, Lucas, if you want to be on the team, you're more than welcome to stay on the team. We don't know that we'll ever be able to get you in the games, but we'd love to have you catch our bullpen, catch our warm up pitches when the catcher needs help. He says, I'd love to do that. So he stays, works every day, catches bullpens. Jed says of all the players, Lucas improved the most over the course of the season. And now this year he was catching the JV game the other day. And this is one area that if the Riverhawks need help in or
need some depth,
they
don't have much depth.
Catching. And so it's good to see him get Lucas some game time reps here at the varsity level. But all that time spent working, catching bullpens, because there's an art to being a good catcher.
Oh, for sure.
It's not just catching the ball back there. It's how you receive the pitch. It's getting your pitchers more strikes than maybe they deserve because of the way you're receiving it.
Yep.
Being a good blocker, communicating to the rest of the field on what's going on, where the ball's thrown. And that's a perfect example right there of a well-received pitch by Lucas. Got the strike 3 call. Another good pitch by Easton Hammond. But a good job by – is it snowing?
It's
snowing.
It's one out. Starting to see some light flurries.
Anyway, so if you get cut from a team or if you get told, hey, we can't get you in the game, but we'd love to have you on the team, take advantage of it or go to work.
Yeah.
If you want to be on
love
the
it,
team.
if you want to do it, be a part of it.
And you want to be on, if you want to be involved.
That good first pitch to Brighton Williams got him chasing one outside. That one straight down the gut, and they're going to call it up.
Ooh, that's a good pitch.
Yeah, I thought that one was pretty close. 1-1
Just Brighton
to Williams.
Up to bat?
Yep. And man on first base, Easton Hammond takes a look, now delivers to home. Oh, it's the exact same spot.
That's up 2, and Easton's got his arms in the air.
He thought he had both of those last two. 2-1.
It's like, come on, bro, it's snowing. That's
your kid ever call you bruh?
All the time.
Yo, I don't know what's going on in my house, and I'm getting called bruh.
Have you ever seen the T-shirts? Says, ma, mom, mother, bruh.
I haven't.
You haven't seen that?
I don't know what's going on these days.
Bruh. I
call my kid bruh. Strike 3 on Brighton Williams. He goes down swinging. That's 2 outs. And coming up for Skyview is Destry Fisher in the 9 spot. Easton Hammond looking to wrap up a gem of a game. That one inside half. He's called that a couple of times. Down and in. He's called that a couple times. Got it right there. 0-1. Destry Fisher waits. Hammond delivers. Ooh, looked like he had a little more on that one than he's had.
Well, he should. A little extra on this last few pitches here just to finish off the no-hitter. And from the looks of it, Easton Hammond's going to seal the deal right
0-2.
here in the next couple of pitches.
0-2 here. See if he comes off speed. Nope, he just brings a little bit more heat. I really think these last 2 pitches he's thrown harder than any of them all game.
Yeah, he definitely wants to finish this off. He's only at 87 pitches through nearly 5 innings.
Takes a look at first. Delivers and fouls it back. Does Fisher?
I think
1-2.
Easton wants to end this on a fastball.
I think he could get him on I think he could get him on a curveball right here. Yep. And you're up 1-2. See if you can get him to chase something silly. Here comes the 1-2 pitch for the ball game.
Oh,
it is the off speed, and it goes back to the backstop, but it bounces straight back to Lucas. Long, and he fires down. I don't think anybody was really expecting him to, but the runner does make it to second base, and we've got a 2-2 count. Now I expect fastball, and Fisher should as well. Hammond steps off, and Luke Long's going to go have a chit-chat real quick. First visit between catcher and pitcher this evening for Ridgeline. We'll see if they got to figure it out here. Runner on second base, 10-0 Ridgeline. If they can get this hitter or this the next out, this one's over. Hammond comes set, peeks at second base, delivers. Gets him to foul it off, and that one bounces and gets Lucas Long right in the phalange. He's shaking it off.
Yeah, the umpire doing his courtesy walk to the mound. He had to come back here and clean off his dish. It's getting a little dirty.
He's got a bent back fingernail, I guarantee it. That's no good.
That one's gonna.
That's no good.
Mark.
It's gonna bring Coach August Volitnikov.
Look at them gloves.
How do you not?
They got batteries in them?
They might. Those are lime green. It's action green, actually. I'm sure of it.
Action green. This is a remake of what song?
Well, I gotta listen. I'm really trying to get in my feels right now, as Griffey would say. Sometimes when I'm listening to music in the car, he's like, "Dad, are you in your feels right now?"
Are you
in your feels? All right, here we go. 2-2 with 2 outs to Fisher. Hammond delivers, and he doesn't get him to chase. That one bounces away from Long.
He's getting beat up back there.
Yeah, he is.
It's like, this catching stuff sucks.
We got now a full count with 2 outs. Easton Hammond wants out of this one right now. And here's the pitch. Got him.
With the inside fastball and the no-hitter.
That's the no-no right there for Hammond. The freshman gets himself a no-no with 10-0 dub over Skyview. That's awesome. They're all out there with him, and they're enjoying it.
Yes,
as they should. You don't see that very often at any level. But to pitch a no-hitter is pretty awesome, and good job for Easton Hammond. I don't know how much he's pitched for this Ridgeline team this year.
He's been one of their dudes.
Has he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's, depth chart-wise, probably your 4th guy.
Well, if he's your 4th, you're looking okay.
Yeah, I mean, you got Trey Purser, Bodie Hansen, Hayden Hansen. You got Easton. You got
some
Nate
guys.
Dally. You got Tyson
I think Nate
Smith
Dalley's been solid, hasn't he, for him?
Yeah.
On the bump?
So they got a corral full of them. They just need to figure out, how to get them out there and beat some of those good teams. The Bear River series will be one that we want to keep our eye on, Dave. I don't know schedule-wise. We want to look and see when that is for the Riverhawks, because that's one we're going to want to try to get on our schedule as well if we can.
Well, let's go to break and come back and share the post-game statistics with you, and then we'll wrap this thing up. We'll be back in just a moment.
RPMs raise your BPMs, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
a beautiful career in the beauty industry. New Horizons Beauty College is happy to be helping you take a step forward in a new career and your new look. New Horizons Beauty College, moving forward with beauty. Now accepting new clients. Call 435-753-9779.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremont is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AISAV.com.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
If you want a natural stone look on your home without the expense, think Coldwater Stone in Tremonton or Castolite in Logan and see how they take some of the most beautiful resources the earth has to offer, then shapes and blends them to create your dream home. Online at coldwaterstone.com.
It's almost distorted.
Is it really?
Yeah, we're going to need to get the cord.
Yeah.
But that's the Patriot, Nick Zollinger, live here from bringing in his All-American tunes. I can't understand a word he's saying. He's a real and American.
That's my walk-up
your walk-up
music.
Next time you come up in the booth, I'll have it queued up for you.
Okay.
You're walking up into the booth. That's your walk-up music.
Next time I'll walk.
Ridgeline wins this one the same as they did in the first ball game.
10-0.
10-0 in the fifth inning. So doing their job, taking care of it with 11 hits. They scored 6 in the second inning, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth. Didn't even need to hit in the fifth. Skyview doesn't get 1 hit. Easton Hammond no hit the Bobcats. And to make matters a little worse, Skyview also had 4 errors in the ball game. Thanks, Darren. For Ridgeline hitting, they got 2 for 3 out of Ian Dowley. He had 2 RBIs. Both of those hits were doubles, if I'm not mistaken. Trey Purser was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Cooper Clark was 2 for 3, also with 2 RBIs in that one. Max Bear was also 2 for 3. Smith. Which Smith? Tyson Smith comes in and gets a pinch hit and gets 1 hit out of that one, 1 for 1, with an RBI as well. Just kind of looking down to see if anything else jumps out at me.
Romy Jensen was also 2 for 2 with 2 singles.
Okay, good catch there. For Skyview, they struck out, or I should say Easton Hammond struck out 11 Bobcats in this ball game, 3 bases on balls, no hits, faced 15 hitters. It's pretty impressive. Left on base 3. Looking down through some of the other stats.
Hang on. No, you can't face 15 hitters, 5 innings. He would have had to face 18.
That's true, because a walk does not count as an at-bat, and he walked 3, so that would be 18 hitters.
Yeah, faced 18 hitters through 5 innings, struck out 11, walked 3, and gave up no hits.
It's pretty impressive.
He was dealing.
He was absolutely dealing. He had 93 pitches in the ball game, 54 of which were strikes.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit here and there with command, just a touch.
Just a little. Nothing I would be too
worried about.
Yeah, too critical about. The dude just threw a no-hitter, so he did an excellent job. Overall, I think Ridgeline looks pretty strong, but I don't think we saw an above-average hitting team, though, out of Skyview.
Not an above-average hitting team, nor did you see the type of pitching that you're going to see against Bear River or Green Canyon, or that you saw against Mountain Crest. So against Mountain Crest, when they faced their best dude, Andrew Nilsson, they were only able to put 1 run on the board, and that's just not going to get it done.
How many hits, do you know?
I
might be able to go find it.
3 or 4. Yeah, I can find it. It's in there. Let me tell you exactly.
Do you know which game it was?
Yeah, it was when they lost 5-1.
Okay.
The box score in that game shows they had 5 hits through 7 innings, and were only able to muster 1 run, and that was on a solo home run from Trey Purser. So just 5 scattered hits throughout that game for Andrew Nilsson. They picked it up offensively, scoring 8 runs to beat Mount Crest 8-7, and then 9 runs, losing 12-9, and then 2 back-to-back 10-run games here against Skyview. But again, you got to be able to find that offense against some of that elite pitching that you're going to see over at Bear River, where you're going to have some dudes over there that can really chuck it. And if you're going to make a run deep in that state playoffs, and you're going to have to get through some teams down south that are pretty tough, you're going to have that offense be more consistent and be able to score some runs, manufacture some runs, put the pressure on the defense to where you can win against some of those elite pitchers in the state. But really, I think early in the season, I mean, still, again, it's early. You've only played 12 games, where I remember looking at it a week and a half ago. Teams down in St. George, Dave, had played 17 games.
Yeah,
and we had played 7.
Yeah.
The most we'd played 7. Some teams had only played 5. And so to only be 12 games deep in the season, you got to clean up the defensive errors. You cannot give teams free bases, especially the good ones. When you play Bear River, you just got to clean up the errors. You got to pitch it a little bit better. And then if your offense shows up, I think you're going to have a chance to beat the Bears. But this next series, next week, against Green Canyon is going to be no joke, because they're a good ball team. And they are very capable of coming here. And I don't know where those games are going to be played. It looks like you got 2 at Green Canyon and 1 here, if their field is playable.
If they're playable.
I don't know what their field looks like.
I heard they did play a game out there, but who knows what we're going to even see over the next few days.
Yeah, weather-wise.
Bodie has pitched 20 innings on the season. Hayden Hansen 14, Trey's 13, Easton Hammond 11, Nate Daly 9, and then a couple other guys with a few. But those looks like your top 4 right there.
Yeah, those are their guys. I mean, that's who they're going to go to the party with. You're usually going to start every series with either Bodie Hansen or Trey Purser. You're going to have Hayden Hansen there for a game. And then some of those relieving spots, usually Easton has come in relief. I don't know that he started a game until today.
Well, Ridgeline
might have been his first start. You could look in the stats to see if that was his first start, in fact.
Ridgeline moves to 6-6 on the season.
Hey.
And
look who we got to talk to, bud.
Well, I didn't.
Hey, well, stay up here.
We got
a headset. We got Coach Jensen in the booth, so we're gonna plug the headset in. We're gonna talk to him about. We're gonna quit assuming like we know what we're talking about, and we're gonna hear it from. If you want to get Big E up here, we'd love to talk to Big E too, but we want to talk to you first. Throw those on. This is a pleasant surprise.
Pleasant surprise. I mean, sure, I was halfway home right now, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
You're fine.
I'm fine. I'm going to be just fine. Now, A just left. He and his his action green gloves. He's gone.
I think he's going to get Easton.
Let's if we're going to get August to get up here, let's take a quick break and come back and visit with Coach Jensen here in just a minute.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Hey, August. We can see those gloves from way up here. These guys wouldn't turn the lights on. Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Just talking to Aug about his gloves and how he could land the shuttle with those things. Just bring in traffic with those gloves.
First of all, before we get to the interview with Aug, Dave had one huge critique.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Of your outfit today. He says if you're going to wear pinstripe pants, you have to match the top with the pinstripe. You can't wear a solid. Oh. I know you have the pinstripe underneath. Yeah. But even when it's
chilly.
Just cold.
We gave you a break.
You gotta look.
We gave you a break because we knew it was cold out there. But otherwise, I'm like, it looks like he's got his pajamas on.
I do.
You might as well sleep in them. You got some games to play.
You got games tomorrow.
When Lucas got hit in the hand in the last inning, I went out to check him. I came back in, and Jed said, "What are you doing? Directing airline traffic?"
He did. That's exactly what I was saying. You're not going to lose that guy.
Telling the planes where to land.
Uh-huh. Hey, two good ball games here, Coach. You got a 10-run rule in both of them, and in this second game, a no-no pitched out of the freshman Easton Hammond.
Yeah.
Got to be pretty happy with him.
Yeah, the key was, we played 17 games this week on all levels, and so we wanted to make sure we just fill up the strike zone and try and keep our pitch counts down. And Jed told him before the game that if you get behind, go right at him, and when you first pitch, go right at him, and just try and make sure you throw strikes, keep your pitch count as low as you can, and he was dealing.
He did just that.
Yeah, he sure did. When you got to play 17 games in a week, I have to imagine you're going to get a little deeper into the pitching staff than you normally would. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure. And we've got a spreadsheet keeping track of who's pitched how many innings on what days. Easton, he felt it tonight. He was getting some nasty movement. I could tell in the first couple innings he buckled a couple of those hitters, and they're missing them by a foot, and they just
missing them by a foot or watching them go by. Yeah, he had a handful of backwards Ks out there.
Ton of movement.
He's got a little Alex Hansen look to him out there on the mound. Am I wrong?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm wrong, or I am?
A little bit.
I could.
He's a little bigger and tougher.
Big
than
lefty.
Alex.
Well, hey, look, Alex is now mid to upper 40s. He's soft.
Yeah, he's soft. He was getting on him pretty good in the dugout tonight. But
was that Easton's first start of the season?
Yeah, first start.
Varsity start.
So second, he started one in St. George.
Oh, did he?
Game 4, yeah. Okay. He started Provo in St. George.
So we were just looking at it. He has a handful of innings, and we were wondering if he'd started a ball game yet, but mostly in relief.
He came in and got a big strikeout to end the game out there at Mountain Crest last week with bases loaded, a big time. And he's just getting in. They're all kind of getting. We've had a bunch of appearances this week, obviously, with all the games. But yeah, he's between him and Nate, both of our lefties they've got so much movement. When they learn how to throw that inside on a right-hander, dude, it's going to be scary how good, because there's good high school hitters that can't hit that pitch.
Yeah.
So,
little Greg Maddox, little movement of it.
Yeah.
I never had any movement. I was down a string, greatest batting practice pitcher Mountain Crest High School ever saw.
Well, that's we all are now.
Even then, I'm like, where do you want it? I'll put it right there. I had no natural
whatever,
movement.
Dave. I watched you compete your butt off out there for a couple years.
That's why I'm not a pitcher. I can throw batting practice, and I'll give it to you, and you can hit bombs. That's all there is to it.
Well, you're 12 games into the season. How do you feel like where you're at now, and where do you want to be?
It's so hard because we played, 4 games in St. George and then a couple games the next week, and then we went like 2.5 weeks and didn't play a game. And this game is so crazy. You just got to play games to get on a roll.
Yep.
And the timing of hitting and everything is just based on playing games, and there's no substitute for that. There just is no substitute.
You can't manufacture this atmosphere.
No, you can't
in any way.
So I thought. We're deep in the pitching staff. We got a lot of pitchers. I don't know that we have the. He threw a no-hitter tonight, but I don't know that we have the dominant, everyday pitcher yet.
That's what I wondered.
We're going to get there. Bodie threw one heck of a game tonight.
Yep. 6 innings on that one.
He threw a heck of a game last week out there at Mountain Crest too against Andrew, who's one of the. Andrew Nilsson's one of the best couple pitchers in our region right now, and Bodie was with him toe-to-toe out there. And so our staff's coming along. Hayden pitched well. Trey pitched really well out there. And Nate Dowley's been coming in. We got a couple other guys. Sam Swan's been pitching pretty good. So we got a lot of depth on the staff, and so it's just a matter of time, I think, when everybody starts getting a little confidence. And we've been trying to get guys out on a high note as much as possible, especially when we're young. I think that confidence is a big thing. And
it is.
Tyson Smith, want to mention him?
Tyson, man,
Smith.
he's been pitching really well too. I mean, Tyson had kind of a rough outing down at Cottonwood, but it was seriously blowing wind sideways with rain, and
can't
it was
count that.
Oh yeah,
you can't count that.
But other than that, Tyson's pitched really, really well.
It's
had
good.
a couple big time, and he was actually going to be in relief today, and Big E didn't need him.
Nope. Didn't need him.
Finished it off himself.
Just take care of bidding it right by himself.
And Jed walked out to me after that last inning when I took Buddha. Buddha's a big reason of this. I think a little sense of comfort for Big E having his center, his football center
the guy
out there.
He fought with every day in football.
And
that's
having him
fun.
out there, and I took Buddha out of the game.
Took
Buddha out of the. Well, at one point in time, he bounced out on that bunt and picked it up and threw it down there. And Jed's like, Easton, what do you call it when you got a pulling center?
That's funny.
There it is.
But I mean that helped. And then when Jed comes in, he's like, I can't believe you took Buddha out when you're throwing a no-hitter. I'm like, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, he was just fine. Lucas did a good job. We actually talked about Lucas on the air. So
Lucas is a kid. We all have a special spot for him. I mean, that kid, he's heard this so many times, but last year in the Cup meetings, we basically told him he wasn't good enough to be here, and if he wanted to do it, we needed bullpen catchers. And if I was him, I'd go catch Marshall and Davis, Fulmer, and those guys as much as he could. And he spent all spring in that dugout last year, the shin guards on and a smile, and in the bullpen catching those guys. And without many game reps, he could have easily been our most improved in the program.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And so it really is a great success story. And he's just a great kid. He's a great dugout. Good to have in the dugout. The kids love him, so good to have around.
Before we get to Easton, just want to I thought Ian Dowley really played a good offensive game for you today.
Yeah, he did.
He hit the heck out of it. Max Bear did. They had a couple of guys that just really stepped in there and did a good job.
Yeah, Ian hit it well last week out at Mountain Crest and smoked it tonight. And Max hit it well today. I mean, we've got, between Max Bear and Cooper and Ian and Bodie and Nate Dowley and Max Webb, we've got a lot of outfielders who can. They all can really hit, and they've just been playing really well. Max Webb hasn't got as many as the varsity reps now. Is
just a sophomore.
Yeah, he's sophomore, and we've got a lot of guys who can go out there and go get it. So our outfield play is definitely one of our strengths, and so it's getting better all the time.
Congratulations on a great day today, Coach. On 2 games, 10-0.
Yeah.
Let's pass it over to young Easton and get on to this.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, of course.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
That's Coach Jensen, and now joined by Easton Hammond.
Big
the freshman coming in. I mean, first of all, freshmen aren't supposed to be this big, but Easton comes in and does the job. Easton, Coach mentioned how it's been difficult even just to get obviously on the field and innings. How have you worked? How as a team have you guys just been in the gym and do they let you go throw in the gym?
Well, we were throwing in the gym a little bit.
There you go.
But it was just. It's not great because when you're as big as me, those portable mounds.
Oh yeah, you could
stride.
Yeah, you
can't stride off them.
Right off of it.
But I have been struggling throwing strikes this year, and today.
Not today.
Not today, but.
Did you know quite early that you had your stuff, or did it just kind of kept going? Everything was just fine.
In the bullpen, I was just out there, and every time I take my time and just get a really good. Stretch in by myself and just take time to process and get mentally ready. I was out there in the pen for 20 minutes by myself, and I was out there just playing catch, and I was like, it feels good today.
Good.
And then
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Got a big hit in the first game too. Came in and pinch hit and got one there. So when you're not pitching, you have to forgive me because I haven't watched you grow up with some of the older kids. What other position do you normally play?
First base.
Okay.
Just being left-handed, it's nice, and I've always played there my whole life, but. Last year in Little League, I kind of made the transition to playing outfield a lot more, so I can play the outfield. I just didn't really grow up reading baseballs off the bat. So
it's different, isn't it?
I don't read it great off the bat, but.
Now, what's wrong with your parents? You throw left-handed, but you hit right-handed. Why aren't we in that left-handed batter's box, Drake? And
they messed me up.
They did. What's going on?
Just blame the parents.
Come on, Becky and Park.
I don't know what happened, though. I think I'm just super, ambidextrous because I shoot a basketball right-handed.
And I think you eat with both hands.
He's the new Marshall. Did you know Marshall Hansen is the same way?
Really?
He what?
Marshall is wacko. Marshall Hansen, he shot a basketball righty.
That's right. You shoot right-handed.
Yeah. Throws left-handed. Marshall hit left-handed. But there were times on a fast break in basketball, when you can choose, he'd go to the left side, even though he shoots righty.
Huh.
Easton's the new Marshall.
Same way.
And they both pitch.
Twice his size.
Yeah. But that was a lot of fun to watch tonight. It had to be a lot for you, having that team come out at you at the end of that ball game. It had to be one of those things you never forget.
Yeah, it was crazy because I didn't process it until the fourth inning, and I just didn't want to say it out loud that I had a no-hitter because I didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah, now did the dugout say anything?
No,
nor should they.
Nor should they.
I didn't want to bring it up because, you know what happens when you bring it up.
You don't do it. You don't want to jinx yourself.
Hey, I mean, if you didn't struggle with your command, you could have had a perfect one out there, bud.
It's close.
Come on. Did you just say that? The dude has a no-hitter, and you're like, hey.
He pitched awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, with 3 walks and 11 Ks.
That's
You'll
pretty
take
good.
it.
Yeah.
You'll take it.
11 Ks was impressive, Easton, that's for sure.
We'll turn you loose to go be with your teammates, but congratulations, man. We appreciate you coming up here.
Buddy.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Good
That's
work. Easton Hammond. Throws a no-hitter. Show me the last freshman you've met that threw a no-hitter in a varsity ball game.
I can't think of one.
Yeah, I don't think you would.
That's the bright side of this. You know, this Ridgeline team, with the way the season has started, I think it's going to be a tough road. I have no idea where the state playoffs are, but to get caught up to those St. George teams is going to be tough.
It is really going to be tough.
Flat, just period.
And Coach alluded to the thing that I've had in the back of my mind, and that is, do you have an ace?
Do you have a dude?
Do you have a dude that you can run out there and know
just beat somebody?
That you
just
can win
1-0
or 2-1.
And they don't have it.
I don't know if they do either, but they might in a couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, when you saw
they
that,
might have 2 of them in a couple of years.
You have that, and you have Dally, and you have guys that can come and do that. That is. It might be, but does this year have that guy? And who knows? Maybe somebody will turn the corner.
Trey Persher could develop into it. Bodie Hansen could develop into it.
Hayden throws as good of off-speed stuff, I think, that is on this team. He'll keep people off balance as well as anybody.
And I don't know what year Sam Swan is, but of the 3 guys,
sophomore, I think.
Okay, well, of the 3 guys we just mentioned, all juniors.
Mm-hmm.
So you get them all back next year. They're going to get bigger. They're going to get stronger. So if 1 or 2 of them develops into a guy that can do that, and then you get them back next year, the future's bright for this Ridgeline program. You got guys.
And that freshman group, we've already seen 2 of them starting varsity, and from what I understand, they got a lot of really good players in that group.
And I'll tell you what, there's a good group behind them, and there's another good group behind them that's going to come through this Ridgeline program that play for the Wolverines as well. So.
Yep. Hey, it's a lot of fun. The future is bright here at Ridgeline in all sports for the most part, I think. Let's wrap this up. We've had a long night here on the air with you folks, but we appreciate you being here along with us. Again, it's been if you've just been listening on the radio, next time check it out on CashValleyDaily.com. It's a live stream there, or vice versa for that matter. I'm Dave Simmons. Always appreciate Nick Zollinger being here along with me. Mike Side, he's the Patriot. And we are going to come back. We don't know when the next broadcast will be, but I know the Cache Valley Media Group will make sure to get that information out to people as best as possible. Have a pleasant evening and a great weekend, everyone.
This Ridgeline Riverhawks broadcast has been a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CacheValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support from Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Castelite, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, El Salvador Los Primos, DD Auto Salvage, Advanced Integrated Systems, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson Company, New Horizons Beauty College, and CacheValleyDaily.com. Catch the replay of tonight's game on CacheValleyDaily.com.